Hi guys, this is a Supreme ceiling fan. I decided I wanted one of these after I saw the new in box. Oh, it was new in box. I'm saying new in box because this one's new in box. After I saw the 36-inch one that Cole got. Actually, I think it was new in box. And it had been offered to me and I'd passed. And then I saw it installed in Cole's pictures and videos and regretted not getting it myself. So I had the opportunity to get this one, and I did. And it's 48-inch. I would have probably rather the 36-inch one, but I certainly wasn't going to pass it up. I did pay too much for it. Now that I've put it up and seen it in person, I don't like it quite as much, and I think I'm still looking for the smaller version, and I would consider selling or trading this one for the right offer. Came with this cool variable speed control. It's upside down. Here's the manual. Supreme fan, a brand to trust. Mark 1 Deluxe. So I guess this was the first model they made. It was implied by the calling it Mark 1. I need more hands. Interesting, it's something. Oh, that's just no, nobody wrote that there. I thought that was writing on it, but nope, that's a 5-year warranty, etc., etc. Packaging stuff is over here. Model KAUAI. Interesting. Made in Taiwan. Blades there. Natural white color lacquer finish. Doesn't say anything about the stencil. Now that I've seen one of these in person, I'm convinced they're the same OEM as these. A lot of things are very, very similar. But I've been wrong before, so we'll see. Has the trademark slightly offset blades. The cast motor, the motor is very light. It's the lightest cast motor I've ever encountered. The vented sideband is cool. This screw is missing, so I just used whatever one I had. That's way too long. But, okay. So it's rated at 0.7 amps. Let's do the 0 to high first. It's a little loud. Makes a 60 cycle noise even without the... Okay, it's drawing 0.75. So a little bit above the rated current. It is rated for 50 or 60 hertz. Bearings are a little bit stiff. It's a gentle breeze back here. Less than a 52-inch K55 fan, but still a noticeable breeze, maybe similar to like a Silverline or something like that. Probably comparable to like a spinner motor Hunter, maybe a little bit more than that. It's hard to tell. Especially as the weather gets colder, it's really hard to tell up here. So, it's definitely not a bad air mover, but it's not as exceptional as some we've tested. Okay. I'm guessing it'll have a quick spin down, given that it's new in the box with stiff bearings, but we'll see. That's just a guess. Not super quick. I think man, I'm just fumbling all the words. I think the stencil is one of the deciding factors for me in getting this. I do love any fan that I might kind of like, I love with stencil. Even like cheap huggers and stuff are automatically cooler with stencil. And then while I'm not a big fan of white and brass and stencil is pretty cool because the stencil is more obvious on the white blades. I thought about putting this in my parents' kitchen mounting the light on the bottom of it with no switch housing, and then adding like a capacitor inside the light and then a separate pull chain, and making it a 3-speed fan, but that would be a lot of work. Okay. 1 with a decade. 2. 3. There we go, drawing 0.15. So this is off topic, but a new thing I'm going to start doing when I have fans that don't seem to be performing well with their given capacitor value, I'm going to wire a decade box in place of the fan's capacitor and try different values. In series with an amp meter, of course. If the TAT wasn't already installed, I'd try it there. That's what brought that to mind. Okay, there's 3. Here's 4.2. 5.25, 6.3, 7.34, 8.39, starting to hear some noise from it, which is surprising on capacitor-based controls, 9.43, 10.47, 12.49, 13.52, 14.55, 15.57, 16.6, 17.61, 18.63, 19.65, 20.66, let's skip ahead to 25.7, 30.73, 40.76. Okay, so 40 is over. Let's see, where do we lose overness? 36 is as high as we can go. Again, this is just pulled out of the box, so there's a good chance it would perform differently after having been ran on high. They say you're supposed to run a new fan on high for 24 hours to break it in. That's mostly for the bearings, but also for the varnish on the windings and any number of things, because the bearings are going to free up, the varnish is going to heat up, any number of things are going to happen. I don't know why I'm letting it spin down all the way again. Hear noise from it, but no motion. .15, exact same place it started with the capacitors. It's interesting that it would be so noisy when it came with the solid state speed control. I guess it wasn't supposed to be a quiet fan. Although this one being noisy, it's not terribly noisy, but it's, audibly noisy with the capacitor-based control makes me think it's just the fan itself and not anything to do with the control. 8 of a turn, 0.28. 8 of a turn, 0.45. 8 of a turn, 0.6. And then high, 0.73. Yeah, I would suspect that, yeah, it's quieter without the solid state. I would suspect it's not even bad, actually, now that I've listened to it in comparison. It's just noticeable to me that it's not completely silent. You expect it to be completely silent. I believe that if you were to open the motor, which would be easier in this than some because of that sideband, and varnish the windings, it would be completely silent. But I can't foresee a circumstance where that would be worth doing unless you were going to be hanging it in your bedroom and the noise bothered you. Which, again, if you use it with a non-solid state control, it's barely noticeable. I only notice it because it's not zero. So, anyhow, that's the Supreme. So, again, I haven't decided whether or not I'm keeping it, so if you're interested, definitely let me know. Thanks for watching.